Mara Solen races through the smoldering remains of her home city after a sudden, devastating attack by imperial enforcers. Smoke curls through the jagged towers, and the streets, once bustling with merchants, now echo with screams and chaos. Mara carries a cryptic map stolen from the Imperial archives. Its secrets could turn the tide of rebellion, but its burden weighs heavily on her. Alongside her is Kael, a former soldier turned fugitive, whose knowledge of the Empire's deadly traps proves invaluable. Tension crackles between them. Mara mistrusts his motives, yet she cannot survive without his skill. They navigate collapsing bridges, patrols, and sandstorms, facing a constant threat from Imperial scouts. Emotionally, Mara wrestles with fear, guilt, and determination. Her family perished in the attack, leaving her with survivor's guilt that drives her stubbornness. Each step she takes is a test, trusting Kael, relying on intuition, and confronting the trauma that haunts her. By nightfall, they reach a canyon pass, battered and weary. But Mara's resolve hardens. She must deliver the map to the rebel stronghold, no matter the cost. Mara and Kael arrive at the hidden rebel camp carved into jagged cliffs, a place alive with whispers of hope and simmering tension. The rebels are wary. Outsiders rarely survive the Empire's hunts. Mara presents the map to Lyric, the enigmatic leader of the rebellion, who scans it with intense curiosity and suspicion. It charts secret imperial supply routes and forbidden archives, an opportunity for the rebels, but also a trap if it falls into the wrong hands. Kael defends her, revealing subtle details of her courage during their flight, which softens some doubters. Mara navigates these dynamics with careful diplomacy, learning quickly that rebellion is not just about weapons, but about alliances, trust, and perception. Emotionally, Mara experiences conflicting feelings: relief at having reached allies, anxiety over her uncertain standing, and a flicker of belonging she hasn't felt since the attack. She begins to bond with other young rebels, fighters, scholars, and scouts, each with scars and stories of loss. Mara realizes survival now demands more than evasion. It requires strategy, trust, and willingness to risk her life for a cause greater than herself. The rebels task Mara and Kael with leading a covert mission across the Empire's desolate southern wastelands to reach an ancient fortress holding a vital artifact. The journey is treacherous, searing heat by day, freezing nights, shifting sand dunes, concealing deadly creatures, and imperial patrols that grow bolder with each passing day. Mara must master not only physical endurance, but tactical thinking. She learns to read the terrain, anticipate ambushes, and manage the morale of their small group. Kael's stern mentorship clashes with her impulsiveness, producing friction but also fostering growth. During a sudden sandstorm, Mara saves a fellow scout from being buried alive, igniting a sense of responsibility and protective instinct she hadn't acknowledged. Internally, Mara struggles with fear and self-doubt. Memories of her destroyed home and lost family haunt her, yet she channels this grief into determination. Each hardship, injury, and night spent under the endless stars forges resilience. By the time they reach a cliff overlooking the fortress, Mara feels transformed, not yet victorious, but hardened, capable, and aware of the stakes ahead. Failure would mean the Empire tightening its grip and countless lives lost. Mara and her companions infiltrate the fortress under the cover of darkness. Massive stone walls loom above, patrolled by armored sentinels with dogs and magical wards. Mara's pulse races as every step risks detection. Every shadow could hide a lethal adversary. She relies on cunning and stealth rather than brute force, using hidden passages, distractions, and misdirection to bypass enemies. Inside, the fortress is a labyrinth of corridors, ancient libraries, and secret vaults. Mara discovers the artifactor crystalline orb, pulsing with faint energy, and realizes it holds the power to disrupt the Empire's magical communications. Her hands tremble as she lifts it, aware that a single misstep could trigger alarms. Tension escalates when Kael is trapped in a patrol ambush, forcing Mara to improvise a rescue that tests her courage and leadership. Emotionally, Mara experiences a mix of exhilaration, terror, and emerging confidence. She begins to trust her instincts and her team, feeling the adrenaline of high stakes sharpen her focus. This mission is as much about survival as it is about identity. Mara is no longer a frightened survivor, but a young rebel leader capable of decisive action, willing to face danger head-on for the greater good. Just as the group celebrates their success, whispers of betrayal ripple through the rebel camp. A trusted ally is revealed to be working for the Empire, leaking information that could destroy the rebellion. Mara feels shock, anger, and disbelief. Trust, hard-won after months of flight and hardship, has been violated. The revelation forces her to confront the fragility of alliances and the complexities of loyalty. She navigates interrogation, deception, and moral dilemmas as she tries to unmask the traitor without fracturing the fragile unity of her team. Kael stands by her, but even their partnership is tested by doubt and conflicting instincts. Mara's leadership skills are stretched. She must make choices that balance justice, mercy, and strategy. Through this betrayal, Mara discovers inner strength she didn't know she possessed. She becomes decisive, perceptive, and willing to act in ways that are morally grey but necessary. By nightfall, the traitor is exposed, but the emotional cost is heavy. The experience leaves Mara more hardened, aware that survival and rebellion demand sacrifice, vigilance, and unwavering commitment to her cause. The Empire launches a massive offensive against the rebels, aiming to crush the movement before it gains momentum. Mara leads a strike team to intercept imperial reinforcements, combining strategy, magic, and courage to explosions rock crumbling fortifications. Soldiers clash with rebels, and Mara must navigate chaos while protecting her team. In the heart of battle, Mara faces a commander responsible for her city's destruction. The confrontation is both physical and emotional. Mara must decide whether to seek vengeance or act strategically for the rebellion's survival. She overcomes anger and fear, outmaneuvering the commander with tactical brilliance, ultimately securing a crucial victory. Emotionally, Mara experiences a release of tension, grief, and rage she's carried for months. Her confidence solidifies, her leadership is cemented, and her bond with Kael and her allies deepens. Though the Empire is not defeated, this victory proves that hope, courage, and unity can challenge even the darkest powers. Mara emerges transformed, a leader, survivor, and symbol of defiance. With the immediate threat contained, Mara and the rebels regroup in the hidden stronghold. The artifact is secured, alliances strengthened, and strategies recalibrated for the next phase of the rebellion. Mara reflects on her journey. She's grown from a frightened, grieving survivor into a confident leader, capable of inspiring others and making hard choices. Her relationship with Kael evolves into mutual respect and emotional connection, grounded in shared trials and understanding. The rebels, once fractured, now trust her judgment, and she realizes the importance of both personal and collective strength. The horizon ahead remains dangerous. The Empire still looms, but Mara is ready. Tempered by loss, courage, and hard-earned wisdom, the story closes with her standing atop a cliff overlooking the desert empire, wind whipping through her hair, holding the artifact. The sun rises behind distant mountains, symbolizing hope, renewal, and the promise of change. Mara's journey is far from over, but she now has the skill, resilience, and allies to fight not just for survival, but for liberation. The embers of rebellion burn bright, and a new chapter in the struggle for freedom begins.